So my name is Anthony, and this is going to be a video walkthrough of the employee tracker that I wrote in Node.js. It uses a MySQL database as well as the Inquirer NPM package for user input. So you can go ahead and clone down the employee tracker code from my GitHub, and this will give you the employee tracker folder either in your downloads folder or on your desktop. And if you're on a Mac, to get this started, you can right click on the folder and it will allow you to open a new terminal at the folder. We're going to go ahead and actually just open it here because this one is a little bit bigger for you guys. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is run npm I, and this is going to install all of the dependencies that the application needs to run. And then once it's done installing them as it is here, you can start the application using npm start. And then once the application boots up here, it'll give you a little list of different menu options where we can choose what we want to do and pull information from the database. We can write information to the database. We can read, update, delete. So here we see it says, welcome to the employee tracker. What would you like to do next? And using the arrow keys, we can go up and down and select which option we want to go ahead and do. We're going to start off here and we'll go ahead and add a department. There are already some employees and roles and departments already inside of the database, but we're going to go ahead and add a new one. So we hit enter and it says, what is the name of the department that you'd like to add? We'll say website management. And it says, okay, added new department, website management. We can add a new role for an employee, so a new title. And it says, what is the name of this role? We'll say, we're going to add a blogger. And then it asks, what's the salary for this role? And we'll just put in, say, 50,000. And it asks for the department ID of the role that we'd like to add. We'll say 1001 is fine. And again, added new department, blogger. So now we have a new role here, which is blogger. And we can also add employees. So if we go down here and hit enter on add employee, it says, what's the first name of the employee you would like to add? We'll say tester. And the last name of the employee, we'll say McTesterson. And his role ID, we'll go ahead and say 1. And his manager's ID, we'll say 4. All right, we have now added a new employee right here. It's Tester McTesterson. And so we can actually go ahead now and start to view some of the data from the database, and we've already added and updated a few things here. So if we click enter on view all departments, it will print out a table here, which is populated using data from the MySQL database. And we'll see we have the engineering department, the sales department. It has the IDs for each of them. And we can also go and select to see all the different roles within the company. So if we hit enter on that one, it'll print out a table here showing all of the different roles that are available within the company. We have software developers, we have salespeople, accountants, customer liaison. It has the role ID over here to the left. It shows you the salary for each role, and then it also shows you which department each role is in. So the software developers are part of the engineering department, the accountants are part of the finance department, and so on and so forth. Another option that we have here in the application is the option to view all employees. And this will aggregate various data from different tables within the database and pull it all into one view here. So if we click enter on that, we'll see that we see the employee's first and last name. We see the employee's IDs. We see what the role or title of each employee is, and then the corresponding department for that title. We also see the salaries for those employees as well, and it even shows the manager. So we see here the manager for Tester McTesterson is John Michaels, and you'll notice some of them actually have a null characteristic for the manager or null property. This is because, like, for example, Michael Scott, his title is Customer Services Manager. He is the manager of the customer service department, and so therefore he does not have a manager since he is the manager. So as you can see, we can view, we can update different things throughout the company. Say if you wanted to go and update an employee's role, like we wanted to change Randall Randallson's role, we could go ahead and do that right here. Lots of different options from within this command line application. Access very simply using the up and down arrow keys as well as the enter. And when you're done, you can actually exit the application right here. Just go ahead and hit enter, and it will have you leave the application and you're back in the terminal. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was my employee tracker written in Node.js with the MySQL database.